KSL News at 6 starts now.
Good evening. Our top story tonight, a Cache Valley woman who trains service dogs for veterans says she found out the hard way a common ingredient in dog food can make your dog sick and even lead to death.
She's sharing her story with news specialist Mike Anderson. And Mike, this ingredient is in nearly every dog food, isn't it?
Yeah, Mike and Deanie, this is actually, there's a lot of research being done on this at Cornell University, and we'll get to that in a moment. But a little bit of copper helps with digestion. It's the man-made variant known as chelated copper that's causing problems in some dogs, and it's in nearly every dog food in the U.S.
I need you to get to feeling better.
When it's something that affects your closest friend, you tend to pay attention.
I had Jack almost 7 years.
Raylene Penman.
And I went everywhere with that dog.
Says Jack helped her through anxiety and trauma. She's a retired police officer. And she trained service dogs like Jack for veterans and law enforcement. She says Jack helped her cope and overcome.
He knew how I was feeling. He knew how to comfort me.
But more recently,
Good morning.
it was Jack who needed the help. Multiple treatments, including a feeding tube in his neck, as his liver started to fail.
The doctor looked at him and was like, don't his ears look a little yellow to you? And then they looked at his gums, and then they started drawing blood, and then it was like, okay, something's not going right with his liver.
An illness that some dogs can get with too much chelated copper.
Fortunately, this nutritionally induced form of liver disease can be avoided, but requires action by the FDA.
Dr. Sharon Center is an emeritus James Law Professor of Internal Medicine at Cornell University. She's conducted several studies on the effect of the man-made copper on dogs' livers. The switch from more expensive natural copper in dog foods came with a change in FDA regulations in 1997.
The early signs of copper-associated liver injury have no signs of illness that an owner will observe. When you start absorbing those signs, that means the dog has advanced disease.
Penman says if she'd only known.
If I would have been doing that blood work, I may have caught this early enough that Jack would still be here.
Her hope tonight is that other dog owners can learn from her loss.
I want people to not have to go through what I did.
Now, it's hard to know exactly which dogs can be affected by the chelated copper. Dr. Center recommends an annual checkup with a chemistry profile that will cost you extra. But, once dogs have the disease, it actually takes a biopsy to diagnose it, which can cost thousands of dollars. This is a very complex topic, and so we'll have some more links with information on KSLTV.com with the story. Back to you.
Yeah, Mike, this is something new to a lot of us and such a tough way to learn about it. Thank you.